When I say they washes you, presses you, cleans you, you know exactly who I'm talking about. But what drives those two talented women behind those ads? You'll find out in this edition of Legends, the Untold Story. Claudette Cookie Allens and Hope Curry.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's delightful to have you on Legends.
It's a pleasure.
My pleasure.
Now, I've known you for a while, but I didn't know your name wasn't Hope.
That's for sure.
I can start with you on that one.
That's
What
a
is your full name?
My full name is Janitha Marissa Young Curry.
That's a beautiful name.
Hope, a.k.a.
Now, there's a story to that you want to
Oh, yes.
tell us about it?
Well, Julian, my mother died in childbirth with me. And her name was Janitha Taylor. Taylor Young, actually. And my aunt, Judy Allain, my father's sister, took me at birth. And she said I was her hope. And that carried me throughout my childhood and adult life.
Story. That's a beautiful story. And Claudette Cookie Allens, where did Cookie come from?
Look here, nobody knows its origin, but my aunt tells a story that my father was a lighthouse keeper for about 10 years. He came out of school early.
And you moved around with him?
Yes, he took his family with him to a hole in the wall, San Salvador, the Red Stripe over there in Abaco, all of them keys. And one summer when we came in to go to school, my aunt says they came in calling me Cookie. Nobody could know why they called me Cookie, and it just stuck with me. So I'm Cookie. I'm Cookie. There I am.
Oh, wow.
So,
That's great. So tell us a little bit more about your childhood. Obviously, being around lighthouses, you must have some amazing stories.
really, yes.
You actually, how was it? You actually lived in a lighthouse?
So you know how the lighthouses,
Yeah, several
we lived on the base. A couple families, a couple lighthouse keepers and a custom officers, and their families lived. Julian Francis, Una Miller, Mr. Miller, they were lighthouse people too.
Wow.
They were
That must have been an
lighthouse
interesting-
brats. What was very interesting, how we got rid of the garbage. Okay, you put it in the bags, and then you went and crawl over the cliff, and you wait for a shark to come, and you throw it to the shark. He gets it. The shark. No, don't tell the industrialists today. So we go to jail. We were little children then. And then for breakfast,
You come from a big family? I know
It's-
your brother.
10 of us, 10, 11 of us. Regular.
All at the lighthouse?
No, there's only 5 at that time.
time.
Once he finished that stretch, he came to work to BEC. And BEC had sent him off to study at the lighthouse, and he worked for the Imperial Lighthouse Service. He came out of school at 14 with no basic
That's right,
education.
it was in those days.
And so he was oiling screws at BEC. And so they sent him off to study. We know about these big old books. I've never seen them since then. And 10 years he did that. And then he came and went to work to BEC. Yeah.
We're gonna come back to the rest. How about you?
But my aunt, like I says, after my mother died, and my aunt was still, she was a studying beautician at the Lindsay Hopkins, I think it is, in Florida.
Okay, that's all.
So I went with her there,
Okay.
and then I came back. It was 5 of us who all came and stayed with my grandmother in the pond. So I'm a pondite. A proud
So you.
Pondite.
So high.
Okay. Yes, and that is it. And because the pond being the area that was, that was true village. You know, that was a true village. You grew up in the pond, you had the whole area eyes on you.
That's for
And
sure.
And one street good.
there was
father
there
was
were no
upon
cell
ice.
phones, no telephones, but the information got round
How did that happen?
from one
Only
place
God
to the
would know.
next.
Yeah.
And I, like I said, growing up without a mother, but I don't think I lacked anything.
Did you get to see any pictures of your mother?
Yeah, I'm the person. I am the person. Yes, but and I have three sisters, and I had one brother, Douglas, and where we grew up in Maud Street, Shirley Street, the Greens on Shirley Street. That was they were not family, but that was a part of my village. And in growing up there, I would. There were just things that you do differently, and everybody was cousins or brothers, uncles. It was
Kind to each other.
it was
Yes.
just kind. That's why it annoys me now when I see so much going on.
Foolishness.
Because I don't know that, because anybody could have reprimanded me. And if the problem was with that, if somebody reprimanded me, I got double, because when I got home, I got beaten again.
You got that too.
And
My goodness.
I
Did
grew
you
up
all know each other?
not at that age, not at
No.
that age, not at that age. It was.
And how about James? Because James Catlin come out of the pond.
Well, I know James Catlin
Catlin.
as coming out of the pond, being around the pond, but I never knew Cookie at that point. Cookie came into my life afterward. Actually, I was taken to her to grow me up.
So my father grew up in the pond, York and Shirley Street.
yeah.
We grew up in Hawkins Hill
Okay.
with famous people like
right
Tommy
down.
Robertson them.
Yeah, my cousin too.
We grew up in Hawkins Hill.
But again, all of the area was just one family. That kind of
Same thing.
You go up there on Christmas morning with your what the skates the name number
one that
the
you
roller
gave the
skate
key.
with the key, and you come down that, and you got a bruised elbow, broken
Knee,
everything,
and
But
forehead.
you had to do because you had to go on Hawkins Hill.
So both of your childhoods were fun.
Yes.
Oh yes.
A lot of it. A lot of correction
Oh yeah.
and a lot of manners and respect for elders in the community. And like she said, everybody could give you correction and report you to your parents or give you a cut behind, and when you get home, you get another cut
Another one.
behind.
Yeah, 'cause
So
you ain't supposed to get
you
Oh, yeah,
ain't
no, no,
supposed
you
to
ain't
get
supposed
them, and
to.
you was rude to somebody. Ooh, boy, that was the worst thing to happen today. Oh, my goodness. Where did we go wrong? That's a quote.
And I guess people would think that we're very old, but it seemed to happen like overnight.
Overnight.
Yes.
Overnight.
People
Seen
just
that.
won't say good morning. I mean, for me,
Oh,
most
wow.
Bahamian people, you say good morning, they even
Yeah,
realize
they
you say it. 'cause
said
it's a
it.
reflex.
Automatic.
That's for
Yeah,
sure. That's for
you-
sure.
you pure manners and respect. And that what they tell you, manners and respect will take you through the world. And that was the key for our whole life. We lived it. And we had to. Because if somebody miss and tell somebody something, my friend, that would get home and ain't have, like you say, ain't no phone,
Ain't no phone,
ain't
so
no
that
this, no
information
that.
got
And my
around.
friend, how that get home, only the good Lord knows.
We're going to have to take a quick break for a segment. Stay with us, talking with Cookie and Hope. Welcome back. So, Cookie,
Yes.
you and your 5 siblings at the time,
Uh-huh.
after being at every house in the Bahamas,
Yeah.
come to Nassau in the pond.
Yeah, and no, we come to Hawkins Hill.
Oh, sorry, Hawkins.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
daddy was from the pond.
Yeah, yeah. So we come to Hawkins Hill. My grandmother lived on Hawkins Hill, Nora Archer. She was a Methodist, go to Ebenezer Methodist Church.
Oh, you
We
related
grew-
to the Arches?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Good grounding. Yeah.
And you have memories of that time?
Oh, yeah.
5
Very
years old.
5 and 6, and we went to Eastern Preparatory School number 1.
Where was that?
School Lane in the back of the Tribune.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
So
Miss
that's
Sadie
right down the road.
Curtis.
You could have walked there.
Yeah, all the group, the whole gang of people used to walk on
That's it.
Hawkins Hill to that school.
And tell me some of the people that went to school with you around that time.
Who's them now? Why you want to put me to that? It's oh my God, I can't remember
That's
all of
all
them
right.
right there.
But you went from there to where?
Eastern Junior and Eastern Senior,
Wow. So,
and then yeah, So
And your high school?
I didn't go to high school. I worked for a year as a sales clerk in Cole Thompson Pharmacy to make $1,000.
That's the
So
one that
I
was on
could.
Market Street?
I went to a couple of them.
Okay.
Yeah. So I could make $1,000 to pay for typing school at Skinner Secretarial School, and then I went to secretarial school for a year, and then after that, then I came out into the world.
That sounds like you got what about your school days?
I went to Shirley Primary on Shirley Street, which is now the post office. Then I went to St. Matthew's. St. Matthew's is one of the Anglican schools.
Matthew's days.
Right.
Yeah.
And then after that closed, I went to Donald Davis.
Okay. All right.
From Donald Davis, they sent me to the C.C. Sweeting. I should have gone to R.M. Bailey. So I went there, and that was when my rebelliousness started to show. And I rebelled because everybody else who lived in that area went to R.M. Bailey. So I went to the ministry.
Now, what was your rebellious period like? What was rebelling like?
I went because nobody could tell me why everybody else from the East went to R.M. Bailey, and they sent me to C.C. Sweeting. And at that time, C.C. Sweeting was the big dollhouse.
Oh, yes.
I went and I saw a teacher, I saw the minister, Coakley.
Okay.
Was going, and I said to him, why is this happening to me? And he said, no, it might have been a mistake, but maybe my parents should go. And at this time, my mom didn't even know I was doing this. I went on my own.
Oh, wow.
I used to see.
And how old were you?
At that time, I was just a little over 14.
Oh, wow. You were.
Oh yeah, I used to watch Fred Mitchell and Sean McQueenie. I always liked politics because I came from a very politically inclined family, and so I used to see how they act. So I said, well, let me try this, and it worked because I went to C.C. Sweeting for 1 year, and then I was moved to R.M. Bailey.
Wow.
Oh yeah, and then I got into R.M. Bailey, and it was a group of us, we call ourselves the change agents. You know, they had us in the bib, the uniform was the bib, and we again wrote the minister and said, we are all teenage girls now. Why are we wearing a bib? And that was when they removed the bib.
And
we had
the back?
I was one of the members of the back.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
So when you finished with school, what's your first job like?
Well, at that time, I was like, I met a young man.
Oh.
And so immediately after, so I got married early. This is my maid of honor.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's back then.
Okay.
When did you two meet?
Well, we met at the Dundas.
Oh, so this was a friendship formed in
Yeah, in the
Very-
theater.
Yes.
How old were you around then? Around what year was this?
Oh, so it's
Early 70s or late
Yes, early,
60s.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, late
So
60s.
what drew you? Did you always know that you were funny?
No.
No,
You didn't know.
What?
Can't
What
believe
did you
that.
come back?
no. I say to people say to us how we talk. I say, well, we are good friends. So one,
Yeah.
she's my children's godmother.
Yeah.
Okay, she's a good friend, confidant. You know, I say to people all the time, if anything should go amiss with her head, I have to keep her. Just like, she
Plus,
knows
you know everything.
she knows everything.
I'm looted.
Okay, but yeah, Vincent Saunders took me to the Dundas, and
How did you meet him?
he used to frequent a store that I worked in.
Okay.
And
He was
every
at
time
RM.
he'd come-
He was at
and he
RM.
was at R.M. Bailey, but I was scared of him as a teacher. But when I saw him out, I said to him, I like acting. Now, you know, it was the art festival.
When did you know you like? When did you?
The
feel
art
that?
festival. I was in that now, and I can remember the very first thing I did in the art festival, right? It was a Raisin in the Sun, a piece from the Raisin in the Sun. And I can remember the gentleman that did the
Adjudication.
Trevor Marshall.
Oh.
I can remember what he wrote. Stick with it, kid. You have talent.
Wow.
I always remember that, and that was when I met Mr. Sanders, and he took me to the Dundas. And when he took me as a little girl to the Dundas, I was turned over to Cookie and Sammy Bethel.
So you was already there. How'd you get there?
Okay, on my first job, I met a young man by the name of Charles LaRota, who was a member of the University Players. The extramural department of the University of the West had some classes, acting, a course in theater. A group of Bahamians took part in that workshop, participated, and at the end of the workshop, they didn't want to disperse. They wanted to stay together. They stayed together and called themselves the University Players. So when I got to my first job, Charles said, and I said, my father was very, very strict. Couldn't go nowhere except for church. No, I'm saying that, like, I could say that now because at that time, that's what I felt. You only could go to church. You know what I mean? So, and that's what happened in those days. Anyway, you could go. You get, I'm saying. So, I'm sure that he would have been okay if it was something lucrative that I wanted to do. So I joined the Players, and that was fine. But I didn't go to be on no doggone stage. I gone there to get away. I gone to get out the doggone house. So they brought, at that time, Susan Wallace was writing, Telsine Turner was writing, all of these young, they were in the teachers' college and they were doing them as courses or whatever. And Susan's play came to us to read, The Chance, and I read. And the next night, the next rehearsal, they give me the script, say, you got this to do. I said, I must be doing no doubt.
Right there, we gotta take a quick break. Oh, yeah, you going from EE to E. We'll be back with more. And we're back with Hope and Cookie. Cookie, you were saying you got Susan
Wallace.
and they say you doing this.
No, sorry. I say, I didn't come here for that.
You really resisted?
Yes, I did not want to go on stage.
So
but
people say
anyway,
that you think you just here for pretty. But that's the thing. There are,
So many things around the theater.
exactly, that's
So-
true.
That was the,
It was
when I
it.
went there, that was, I never wanted to go to stage.
Yeah. So there we were
amazing.
with Fritz Stubbs was directing that, and so I did the part, and I said, why didn't I think of that before?
So
Then that was it.
Once you did it, you got that rush.
I was jonesing to go back.
I tell you.
I was jonesing to go back, and at that time, in our little theater, the University Players, came out quite a number of writers at that time. There was Sam Boodle, who's now Reverend Sam Boodle.
Oh, I didn't know that he.
Yeah, he's right here. Sam Boodle wrote, Telsine Turner, and Susan Wallace. There was P. Anthony White. There was Rupert Missick. Who else was there? And all of these.
What you're
were-
bringing up now is the richness of culture that we have
Yeah,
in this.
yeah.
And like people, carry on like theater is something exclusive, but it isn't. And well, as you both know, I mean, what are we seeing today? The amount of young people who are actually showing their talents is
all over the place.
is amazing.
One of the features of my time with the University Players was the fact that the University of Miami sent a student by the name of Julius Lee, and we were his guinea pigs. He was doing his thesis, PhD, and he came over every weekend
Wow.
and worked with us in our grounding in the theater. So, I mean, we had a lot of grounding. My first foreign trip was to Jamaica for 3 weeks.
So you're doing things like Cara Festa and stuff
No,
like that?
this wasn't even Carapaz. This was a 3-week course in theater
Oh, wow.
at the University of the West Indies.
Wow.
And I was my first year in Thingamers. I took advantage of that, of course.
yeah.
And I've been traveling for theater ever since.
Wow.
So my seeing the world for me, is through the theater. Always.
Now, Hope, do you remember your first role? And when did it change for you? Because you say you didn't want to be on stage either.
Keith's
Wisdom. Oh,
Ah, Keith, yes.
Keith Wisdom called me one day and said, I want you to do a part, the landlord.
oh my gosh. Sam Boodle, iconic.
And I was afraid first, and I read the part, and I fell in love with it. And man, that was a part. I think I did that at least 4 times in 25 years.
That
play was-
yeah.
It was and it was always well received by the audience. It was a play, and I did that. And like Cookie, when I did that, I was like, whoa,
It feels good, doesn't it?
this is it, that's right.
Yeah.
And it was after that, then I did a stint with James Catlin.
Right.
And then there was the seven.
James Catlin.
We didn't bring him. I didn't bring him up, but there was this coming up in him. But you could finish what
And
you
then
was.
it was single 7.
Yes,
Ooh.
single 7 is Susan Wallace.
Susan Wallace.
That's the
And
thing.
after that, it was just rolling after that. It was
Yeah.
just rolling, you know.
I mean, at that time, they were young, dynamic writers in this country. Jeannie Thompson wrote as well.
Oh,
Who else was writing? Oh my goodness, I'm sorry if I forget somebody's name. But there were any number of writers writing. I mean, yeah, and you could fall into any one of them.
Telling the uniquely Bahamian story. Eh?
Oh, yes.
Yes,
And that is what it was.
and that was the thrust of everything.
So what was the audience like back in those early days?
Crowded.
Crowded.
Full houses, like I was telling you about the landlord. Whenever that is produced,
That is
it's a sellout, no matter when, and that's a standard for that.
Sounds like we're gonna have to talk to Sam Boodle.
Yeah, and by the way, and if he's watching this show, I got my finger on you, Sam Boodle. He promised a new play. Yeah, I got my finger on him.
It's about time.
Yeah,
About
time for him to
time.
come on. He wrote other plays as well, but that landlord is really iconic, and he's writing something new right about now. Then I got involved with the Dundas as a representative for University Players. I got involved with the Dundas, and then fundraising for the Dundas, James Catlin and friends. He produced. He got together as a fundraiser for the Dundas, and he started this group.
So that's how that started.
Yeah,
Oh,
he,
fundraising.
if I remember, if my good old memory correct.
For me, what
Yeah.
I remember was when we always, in talking, we forget to mention, not only was the Dundas for performing arts, the social season, the black and white ball.
Yeah, it came
that
in as a
was, you know,
result.
that was the number one thing. If you went to
That's
the
a
Black-
fun-
Yeah, I'm
fundraiser.
gonna tell you. Listen, I did go to it once, and I don't think any of these balls they got today could match
No.
that. That was something.
Well, let's just keep our fingers crossed about
If they
that.
could bring it back. Eh?
Yes, keep our fingers crossed about that. So if anybody listening, our fingers are crossed. So yeah, and so there's James Catlin, and then of course the dynamics of the Dundas was we had to book dates, and sometimes we were left out, because we were a little group from over the hill. So we had to fight to get our stand in there. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
quite a number of
it sounds like it was a really great time.
Yes, it was the Operatic Society, the Nassau Players, the Bahama Drama Circle, and then Shirley Hall Bass was
Oh, yeah,
performing.
yes.
Alex Sabine.
I remember his daughters went to school with me. Yeah.
So there was a lot going on, and they're open to the public. and-
Independence, 1973. Did you all participate in anything?
Well,
No.
I was in it from school.
Okay.
I was in the flag tableau, Shirley Primary School. I was a part of the Pioneer Drum and Bugle Corps.
Well, that was a dynamic group.
That was the group.
Mm-hmm.
I took part in that. I was the female drummer in that. And then I was with the Girl Guides. So I had three performances in
One night.
In one night.
I hope you got the pictures.
My mother had a Galaxy car. That was my changing room.
She was at the end of the floor thing. You run around, change, run back up, and all that kind of stuff.
We're at the end of another segment. We're going to be right back.
Oh,
talking
we
with,
finished?
You can believe it, eh? You know, we'll be right back. We'll be back in the final segment of this show, but we've got more to come in another show. Can't have just one show with these two people. But anyway, you were telling me off camera about this move thing you did, right? And you said Keith Bell ended up winning the.
Keith Bell was the studying student at that time.
I think they brought in students from whatever, and it was a moot, and we were called to ask if we would participate. They gave us the scenario of the court case, and we had to play the role of certain people. I remember I had that court for myself because I break down crying and all kind of things in that courtroom.
Even it was Henry Boswick, the late Henry Boswick.
Yeah, they were sitting right there.
I
never been to a court in my life.
Listen.
So that was, for me, something brand new. Not brand new, brand new. And come here, the visitors complaining. They was complaining. They wasn't very happy with us because we was beating them right up. They were never won. I think they won. I think we did that on about two occasions. And we both times the Bahamas won.
Do you have any idea how many productions you've been in? I know you've been in TV shows and films.
Oh, so many. No,
100? 100, about, maybe more?
I almost.
Because
Almost.
50 years, so if she did 2 a year, that's 100 odd.
Almost. Yeah.
But it was just so many different things
Things
that
to
you
do.
did, you know.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to know is when the comedy came, because obviously you were straight playing actresses. So when did the comedy come? But we're going to have to talk about that in the second part of this interview with Hope and Cookie.
That would be good.
And that's going to be next week, so you're going to have to tune in next week, because that's when we're going to talk about how the superwash and all that came to be.
So we'll see them then?
I want you to take it away from me for the next show, ladies, please.
If you want to know how it happened, you got to watch. That's all.
Cookie, don't talk all, okay? Just
Yeah, they got to calm me down a little bit because I talk the whole story. I don't talk some and keep some. I talk everything. So see you next week.
see you next week.